Hi everyone, this is Neil, your CEO. Here at Semcorp, we're on a mission to become a global leader in our industry sectors by responsibly operating and excelling in sustainable businesses that support development, improve the quality of life, and deliver long-term value and growth. One of the most critical elements to achieving that mission is trust. We depend on the trust of our key stakeholders, such as our colleagues, partners, shareholders, and communities to do the work we do and to do it well. So how do we gain that trust? We earn and retain it by walking the talk. Walking the talk means more than just complying with laws and regulations. It is about displaying integrity in every action, decision, and interaction that we make, and not compromising on that integrity or the company's reputation in exchange for any short-term gain. It is absolutely essential to remain ethical, especially when we are faced with difficult choices. Let's dive a little deeper and hear from our colleagues what walking the talk means in practice.
As the saying goes, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. This means we do not stand for harassment and discrimination of any kind. It is also important to respect the privacy of our fellow colleagues, clients, and business partners and protect their personal information at all times. We are committed to preserving confidentiality and are always mindful of how we collect, process, disclose, and otherwise transmit information in our possession or control.
It is unacceptable to accept, offer, give, or promise anything of value for any purpose to anyone. We should avoid any exchange that might influence a business decision or government action. This also includes facilitation payments. While we keep ourselves in check within the company, we should also never authorize third parties to engage in bribery on our behalf. When working with government-related entities, we must follow all laws, regulations, and contractual provisions applicable to the business relationship. Remember that with government-related entities, we are expected to meet a higher level of requirements. So always remember to check if the client or business partner you are dealing with is related to any government bodies.
The people we associate with could affect our company's reputation, be it positively or negatively. Therefore, we must conduct due diligence on potential business partners and representatives before engaging their services. Don't engage or assist someone in any act that you yourself aren't allowed to do. We compete for business ethically and comply with all laws that protect competition and prohibit anti-competitive behavior where we operate.
While a modest gift can be considered as an act of gratitude or as a way to foster business relationships, it can also be seen as unlawful and an improper influence under certain circumstances. What makes for an appropriate setting when giving or accepting gifts? Well, you have to make sure that it's legal, reasonable, and free of any intent, understanding, or appearance that it will influence a business decision or government action. We choose suppliers that share our commitment to ethical business practices, provide superior service on fair and reasonable terms, and that follow the law. It's unethical to take advantage of a personal benefit at the expense of the company, so it's our responsibility to avoid such situations, or situations that may give rise to the appearance of a conflict. We are committed to complying with anti-money laundering laws and do not tolerate financial crimes.
We safeguard company assets and we are personally responsible for protecting and using this with care. We are prohibited from acting on or disclosing inside information or material non-public information relating to the company, a client, or a supplier. we must maintain fair, complete, and accurate business records. Be sure to only sign documents that you have reviewed, are authorized to sign, and believed to be accurate and truthful. Avoid using software that generates but does not retain business records or communications. Do not engage in side agreements or other off-the-book arrangements.
We conduct our business responsibly and are committed to respecting and promoting human rights, managing the impact of our operations and supporting the local communities we operate in to achieve long-term, sustainable success. The company remains politically neutral, and we do not contribute funds or any support to any political parties or politicians in any country. The political view of our employees doesn't represent Semcorp's position. Most importantly, we are committed to maintain a safe, healthy and secure environment for our employees. This is to ensure that all of you go home safely to your family at the end of the workday.
In the course of our work, there will be new opportunities and risks, and the right course of action may not always be clear. How we respond to these situations will determine how well we earn and retain the trust of our key stakeholders. Our code of conduct is written on principles of integrity, honesty, and compliance to laws. It is to help us make ethical choices and decisions when responding to those situations. In every decision that we make, business or otherwise, we want the decision to be in compliance with laws and be consistent with our code of conduct. We should have a thorough understanding of the risks involved, as our action may impact not only our company's reputation but also the interests of our other stakeholders. Whether we are just an employee or a leader, we all play an important role in shaping our company's culture. We and our team members should all be familiar with the letter and the spirit of the code that we abide by when we perform and compete for business. Going forward, the compliance to our code and company's policies will be an important factor in the performance and compensation management process. Lastly, we want to maintain an open, fair and honest communication channel with our key stakeholders. If there are any doubts or concerns arising from the code or with our policies, do seek guidance. If you are aware about any work-related behaviors that are in conflict with the code or in violation of the laws, do speak up. You can approach your supervisor or head of department, our legal, ethics and compliance team, or use the whistleblowing hotline. I assure you that there will be no retaliation against any employee for raising a concern in good faith. Compliance is the responsibility of every employee.
Our code of conduct is a statement of our commitment to integrity and to walking the talk. These are non-negotiable standards and they apply to us all. As we continue on our path towards sustainable growth, I invite you to join me in honouring this commitment and the trust of our stakeholders so that together we may ensure the company's long-term success as well as your own.